So even though this wasn't on my list of priority, I did a video a couple days ago, and some of you were quick to point out that it looks like I'm a little bit too heavy for my suspension setting. So today what I'm doing is a quick suspension adjustment for the CB1000R. This is going to account for preload, my rebound dampening, front preload, as well as the front compression. So this video shouldn't be too long. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's go. All right, so here's a printout of the suggested preload adjustment. So you can see the stock positions are number 3. That's for the rear preload. For the rear rebound is 1.75 turns. From the front preload is 7 turns from full soft. From the front rebound dampening is 5 turns from full hard. And from the front compression dampening, that is going to be 5.75 turns from full hard. So these are going to be the default settings that came with your bike from the factory. And this is essentially for someone who's 70 kilograms or 154 pounds. So you can see all the measurements are right there. So I'm 215 or so pounds. I am accounting for some gear, maybe the helmet and the jacket bring me up to 220. So this is the setting I'm going to go for. You can see I need to change to position 9 coming from position 3. We are going to go 0.5 turn, 17 turns. That's for the front preload, 2 turns for the front dampening, and 4 turns for the front compression. As far as the tools you're going to need, you are going to need the spanner for the rear preload. This is going to be the spanner that came with your bike. If you don't have one, I'll put a link in the description. For the rear, you're going to need a flathead. For the front, you can use a flathead or you can use a Torx, and I'll show you where that goes here in a little bit. So let's get this adjusted. All right, so here we are back out in the garage, and here's our adjustments for the spring. So if you look at this metal ring right here, this is what we're gonna have to adjust, and this is gonna be for the preload. So pulling closely, you can see there's a mark. It is on position 3 as it is standard, but as the ring goes around, the ring gets larger. So let me go to the other side and show you what I'm talking about. So if you look right there, you can see it gets larger and larger, and that pretty much compensates for your weight or the weight of the person. In my case, like I said, I'm 220, so I'm going to be going from a 3 to a 9. And it's a matter of getting the spanner in here and turning this guy, and we're going to be turning in this direction, which is clockwise. So that's going to be the preload. Then we're going to do the rebound dampening. So the rebound dampening, if you go down a little bit, there's a hole right there. And all you need to do basically is get a flathead in there and make the adjustment. So we'll do that second. Here's the spanner we're going to use for the preload. This should have been in your toolkit. If you don't have one, I'll link it in the description. Four. 5, 6, 7, 8, one more, 9. So went up 9, that was kind of a pain, but let's move on to the rebound dampening. All right, so next is gonna be the rebound dampening. So this is gonna be a half turn full hard. So if you look on the actual labeling right, I'll put the screwdriver in. If you look at right here, you can see it has a H and has a S for hard and soft. So basically what we're gonna do is go all the way right until it's hard, and then we're gonna back off a half a turn, if that makes sense. So that's a half a turn full hard. So let me see if I can get a better angle for you guys. All right, so get the screwdriver in here, flathead. This one's gonna have to be a pretty nifty screwdriver. And we're just gonna turn to the right till it gets hard, basically. All right, so right now it's pretty easy to turn. Right there, it's pretty tight, so it stopped, hence the full hard. And now look at the position of my screwdriver, and I'm just gonna go half turn backwards. All right, so I'm just gonna go right here. All right, so that should be it for the rear. Let's move to the front. All right, so our next adjustment is gonna be the front preload. So this is gonna be 17 full soft. So kind of how we did in the back where we turned from hard, this time we're gonna turn from soft. So instead of starting by going clockwise, we're gonna start by going counterclockwise until it gets full soft. Once it gets to that point, then we'll go 17 turns. Hopefully that makes sense. So we'll turn counterclockwise until it goes full soft. Then we'll go back the other way 17 times. This is gonna be the adjustment right here. With this, you can use the Torx. If you have a Torx handle that you can measure with, you can use a Torx. You can also use a flathead screwdriver, which I'm gonna use, pretty wide one. What I also did is I put some clear tape because where this is angled, my screwdriver is definitely gonna be rubbing against the handlebar and I don't wanna scratch it. So clear tape right there just to protect it. So let's go ahead and get started. So just stopped. So that means I'm at full soft. So now I'm gonna turn back the other way. I'm going 17. So you wanna gauge where one complete revolution is. I'm gonna use the 1. So every time the 1 hits that direction, I know that's 1. And I'm gonna just essentially count to 17. So let's go ahead and do that. Pain in the ass using the screwdriver. Definitely recommend getting the Torx if you have it. All right, so next we're gonna adjust the rebound dampening and the compression dampening. Now, if you look right here, this one is TEN for tension. That's gonna be the rebound, and this one is COM for compression. And both of these, we need to turn them full hard, and then for the rebound, we're gonna go 2 turns, and for the compression, we're gonna go 4 turns. So let me go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is just adjust both of them full hard, which means we're going clockwise. Then I'll adjust both of them at the same time. All right, so basically I'm just gonna turn them to the right until I feel them go hard. So that's full hard, both of them. So first we're gonna adjust the rebound, which is this one, and we're gonna go 2 full turns in the opposite direction. All right, so lining up where the top is, that's 1, that's 2. All right, over to the compression, that's gonna be 4 turns. All right, so basically straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so adjustment fully completed. No scratches. The hardest part, in my opinion, was if you don't have the right tool and using a flathead there, it is gonna give you a hard time. On the rear, it did take some muscle to kind of get this guy going, but was able to get it up to 9. And let me show you what that looks like. So you can see it is a little higher than it was, so I should get a stiffer ride. But the cool thing is that now I can kind of test it out. If anything feels off, I can adjust it accordingly. So I can always back it off, just depending how the ride is. So I'm gonna take it for a spin. I'll drop the link where I got this guy from in the description. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.